Welcome to Mind Your Health podcast, dedicated to empowering you on your journey to optimal wellness. I'm your host, Dr. Connie, bringing over 25 years of experience in psychology, nutrition, physical therapy, functional medicine, and yoga. Together, we'll explore the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, providing you with the practical insights and holistic strategies to elevate your health. Let's dive into today's episode and take a step closer to a healthier, more vibrant you.
Hi guys, it's Dr. Connie. Welcome to Mind Your Health podcasts. And this week, I've been thinking so much about my 25 years as an autoimmune patient, as well as my clinical practice for over 2 decades. And that's a lot of time and a lot of patients that I've come across and been inspired and motivated by, but really they triggered a lot of curiosity. And as I reflect on my health challenges with lupus and autoimmune diagnoses, the process of getting diagnosed and then getting medical treatment as well as alternative, and then finding my own path through functional yoga medicine, which is what I founded now. And I think a lot about my recent episode since COVID. It was the kidney failure and how that's turned my life upside down and my perspective shifted so much. And I really feel like the person I am today is very different from the person I was 4 years ago. But I had to go through what I had to go through and really come to some senses and really learn the lessons to rise above and be able to share this work with you in a way where it can benefit you as well. And so I hope you gain a lot of insights through following me and listening to me, because I believe in the things that work. I believe in practicality. I believe in accessibility. And I believe in the intuitive body that we all possess. And that's what today's episode is all about, is reconnecting with natural order for true healing. Because as I say, getting real is how you get well. It's not about following somebody else's diet and being very dependent on everybody else. It's sort of that external validation that we all seek. And that's exactly where I ended up with autoimmunity in the first place. And it wasn't until kidney failure struck me really hard, turned my life upside down, for me to finally realize and really come home to me, to realize my full potential of who I am at the core. And unless I was able to experience that and uncover that, I'm not so sure I would have such a healthy outlook as I do today. So let's talk a little bit about everything and kind of give you things to think about, because it's so easy for us to depend on other people who presumably knows more than we do. But as we all know, the systems of the world, the medical complex system, military complex system, the political complex system, every system, or education complex system, it's failing us. And what we once believed without a doubt is now questionable. And we're not so sure about the leadership and what the truth is. And I believe as we get closer to the truth, we can get real with ourselves. And that means really being honest about who we are, what we're dealing with, instead of really masking all the things and popping a pill or really numbing the feelings that we don't want to feel. Avoidance does not work. It's when we get real with ourselves. And that's the motto with my programs, is now get real. And I'll explain and really uncover and unpack what that truly means, because the ease method is the way, but we do the ease, or get to the ease from dis-ease, through getting real. And there's acronyms for this, and this is going to be our brand. So today, let's talk a little bit about the modern world. What we consider to be norm is not so healthy, right? And then understanding that allows us to then look at the problem and then create a solution to better meet the needs for ourselves, as we are all individually different and unique. So our modern world has severed us from many primal instincts that once endured our survival or ensured our survival. Harmony with the nature and deep well-being is at the root of human civilization, and that's what promotes health. And ancient civilizations such as the Mayans and Toltecs lived in alignment with natural rhythms, honoring their intuition, spiritual guidance, and sacred intelligence of the body. In contrast, today's society is obsessed with external validation, artificial appearances, and symptomatic solutions, while internally we're more lost, disconnected, and chronically ill than ever before. And so I believe that's at the core of our problem. And to truly reclaim our power and health, we must tap back into our primal instincts, those deeply encoded wisdoms that we've ignored in favor of modern convenience, but which hold the key to vitality, resilience, and true human potential is encoded in our genetics. And that's what really learning what our human potential is and optimizing that should be the mission for every one of us. So number one, the primal instinct of true nourishment. Ancient cultures, remember, intuitively understood food as medicine. They relied on the land, foraged and consumed what was in season, and they honored the cycles of eating, fasting, and feasting. Today, though, we're obsessed with dieting, biohacking, and nutrition trends, but we're more malnourished than ever before, both physically and energetically. What we ignore today, we consume food-like products filled with chemicals while being completely detached from how they impact our body's energetic and healing capacity. We prioritize macros, calorie counting, and external validation over listening to what our body actually needs. It's all calculated in the head, aside from the connection with the body. That is inherently wrong. And reclaiming this instinct is more important than ever before. Eating in alignment with your ancestral wisdom, real, whole, living foods. Eating intuitively, stopping when you're full, and eating seasonally according to natural order and in a way that deeply nourishes your soul rather than numbs your feelings. Okay, that's super important. Pretty practical, pretty common sense. Number two, the primal instinct of movement and physical mastery is completely ignored. Our ancestors did not work out, quote unquote. They moved as a necessity for survival. They lifted, climbed, squatted, ran, and adapted to the terrain of their environment. They were fit. Movement was a natural extension of existence, not getting on a treadmill after driving 30 minutes to get to the gym. And what we ignore today is that we sit for hours in front of screens, disconnecting from our body's natural need to flow, stretch, and express through movement. We are meant to move, and we chase aesthetics over function, and yet we suffer from stiffness, pain, and degenerative disease. I can't tell you how many beautiful people I treat that on the surface, they look beautiful and they look fit, but when they start to move, they're in so much pain. So we need to be reclaiming this instinct. Instead of working out to work out and burn calories, move like a human. Stretch, climb, squat deeply, walk barefoot, get connected to Mother Earth, immerse yourself in nature, and use your body as it was meant to be used. Move functionally in alignment with how your joints are designed to move. Number three is primal instinct of deep or sleep and circadian rhythm. This is a natural order. Ancient civilizations followed the rhythms of the sun and the moon. They rose with the sun, slept in darkness, and honored rest as a sacred ritual. We ignore today so much of the sleep cycles. We disrupt our circadian rhythm with blue light, late night work, stress, and artificial environments. leading to hormonal imbalances, chronic fatigue, and metabolic disease. So we need to reclaim this instinct by honoring sleep as a sacred act. Align your walking and sleeping cycle with the sun, minimize artificial light, and allow deep regenerative rest to reset your body. Number 4 is primal instinct of intuition and inner knowing. Indigenous and ancient cultures relied on intuition rather than external authorities for guidance. They honored signs from nature, dreams, and spiritual downloads, trusting their inner compass. What we've come to ignore today are that we're conditioned to distrust our own instincts in lieu of expert advice. We seek validation from science, doctors, influences, and authorities rather than tuning into our own inner knowing. It's important to reclaim this instinct by going in silence. Silence the noise, spend time alone in stillness, and cultivate a deep self-trust. Learn to discern your inner voice from societal programming. Number 5 is the primal instinct of emotional alchemy. Ancient civilizations did not suppress emotions. They processed them through rituals, movement, and spiritual practices. Grief, rage, joy, and ecstasy were all embraced. So we numb our emotions today with entertainment, food, pharmaceutical, and distractions. We're uncomfortable with the depth, yet wonder why we feel empty. So we need to reclaim this instinct by honoring every emotion as a teacher. Express fully, scream, dance, cry, move, chant, breathe. Let emotions move through you, not let it define you. Okay? Number 6 is primal instinct of spiritual connection and earth wisdom. Ancient cultures lived in a symbiosis with nature, understanding that we are not separate from the earth, but an extension of it. What we ignore today is that we have severed our connection from the natural world. We're overstimulated by technology, but undernourished by real life experiences. We've been conditioned to think spirituality is woo-woo, I was one of them, when in fact, it is a natural part of our existence. In fact, spiritual path is the way to healing at the root. And reclaiming this instinct means reconnecting to the earth, walking barefoot, energetically being charged by Mother Earth, breathing in the fresh air, meditating under the moon and the sun, and listening to the language of nature. Just listen to the birds, listen to the winds, listen to the silence when you're out and about. You can easily gain this from like sitting at a park, backyard. Okay, it's not that hard. Number 7 is the primal instinct of aging in cycles of life. There, I can't tell you how many people get procedures done on their face when in fact, like I said, when you start to move, they're in so much pain, but they look good. What does that matter? I think aging is part of life, and it's something that we need to embrace because ancient traditions honored aging as a rite of passage. The elderly were revered for their wisdom and served as leaders and guides. What we ignore today is that we fight aging as though it is a disease. We inject, cut, and alter our appearance, trying to preserve youth artificially, while internally we decay from stress, inflammation, and a life misaligned. So we really need to get real with ourselves and really be honest about what it means to age gracefully. Reclaiming this instinct is seeing aging as a gift and evolution. It's a privilege to grow old. Optimize your health naturally through energy, movement, and vitality rather than resisting the inevitable. Number 8 is the primal instinct of death as a sacred tradition. Ancient cultures understood that death was not an end, but a transformation. They prepared for it spiritually, ensuring peace in their final moments. Listen, I've died many times over, and so have you. This is how we evolve and change and nip ties with the old us to become the new you, okay? And cellularly, every 7 years, we're reborn. So everything is new, and so we're constantly evolving. What we ignore today is that we fear death, avoid conversations about it, and medicate ourselves into unconsciousness, disconnecting from the sacred tradition or transition. I would love to savor every moment on this earth. And I say that with heart and passion, as I've ever done before, because I believe it's a privilege, despite kidney failure, to be here, to be able to share this work with you. And reclaiming this instinct is to face mortality with wisdom and grace and live each day fully present and recognize that your energy never dies, it transforms. So it's all about reclaiming our natural order. And that's what functional yoga medicine is founded upon, getting to the root cause of your chronic symptoms. Because being real with ourselves means stripping away the artificial, questioning the conditioning and limiting beliefs that we hold, and reclaiming the deep innate intelligence that we have ignored for generations. And instead of chasing the illusion of health, success, and longevity, we must return to the raw truth that our body knows how to heal, our spirit knows how to navigate, our intuition knows how to lead, our soul knows how to thrive. This is not about rejecting modern advancements, but rather integrating them without losing our primal intelligence. The modern world is built to distract and weaken us, but we have the power to reconnect, to strip away the illusions and step into our true, sovereign selves. And you know what? I can tell you, you already hold the answers within. It's just time to listen. If you're intrigued by this message, keep following me. I'll be sharing and uncovering more of what getting real means and the ease method by which we want to live our lives so that we equip ourselves with the best and optimal health that goes from within. And we always start with the root cause that's deeply embedded within us. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Connie. And if you like this message, please share and spread the word and leave me reviews. I love hearing back from you. And please let me know what else you're curious about so we can incorporate it with our message here at Mind Your Health. Thanks so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of Mind Your Health podcast. I hope you found our discussion insightful and inspiring. Remember, your journey to wellness is a continuous process, and every step you take brings you closer to optimal health. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with others who might benefit. Stay also connected with us on @Dr. Connie Chung on YouTube as well as Instagram for more resources and updates. Until next time, take care of your mind, nurture your body, and honor